Hey, my name is Ben Wallace. I am co-founder and building solutions consultant for a company called Minify Energy. And we really focus on helping buildings to become smart and energy efficient, and in serving the tenants and the building owners. But I'm also involved in smart building and smart city technologies and organizations as well. Outside of the work environment, I'm involved in a variety of activities. Do a lot of downhill skiing. Started out on the ski team in high school, and getting out. Just love the exercise and enjoyment of the mountains. Also do a lot of mountain biking. Um, really gotten into golf to an obsessive level. Really, my background in physics and understanding the physics of golf makes it an ongoing challenge. And then one other major interest of mine is music, particularly discovering new bands, and also attending live music. I did take quite a few science-based classes in high school. I took an integrated chemistry and physics class. And so I had always an interest in orientation toward sciences, but when I went to college, I was actually at a decision point where I had a split. I was either looking at going toward an engineering education path or advertising and marketing and public relations. I went toward the latter. I went to the University of Colorado in Boulder, and I took several classes in addition to my marketing, communications, business classes, and film, history of animation, wide range. Ended up taking advertising, marketing, went into ad agencies, and worked for 15 years in agencies, doing everything from branding to the initial website development. But I think throughout my career, I've been drawn to working with technology-based companies, and that being software development, usability, and user experience design has been a big part of it. But I've also worked with a lot of hardware, integrated technology companies. So I've always ended up working with engineers and scientists, helping to translate and interpret their highly technical offerings to business people, lay people, put it, dumb it down, if you will, to make it relevant from a business perspective or someone who doesn't have that technical knowledge. So a typical day of my work, no day is actually the same, but I do work remotely for the most part, work from my home, and a lot of it's connecting with building owners and keeping an eye on buildings where we've got installations. Typical project day, I will go out and meet with a building owner and take a walk through their building. Look at everything, go down to the boiler room and look at the systems they have for heating and cooling and air management. Walk through the entire space, look at occupant spaces, understand where there are issues, how the building is used currently, what other uses there might be, going up on the rooftop. And then, if we've got an installation in place, a lot of the times I'm remotely taking a look at that building through software that we have. A lot of times there's calls about comfort or equipment not working, and some of it's putting out fires or issues that a building owner has with keeping their environment comfortable and healthy. But I went into advertising, marketing, worked in agencies for 15 years, working with technology companies, and then had my own consulting business, got into software design and user experience design, and then I headed up marketing in high tech, big data analytics, IT integration, IoT companies. But ultimately, I went from being a marketing and advertising practitioner, working with technology, software, high tech companies, to launching out an energy efficiency and sustainability business. And I guess the real aha moment for me was when I was looking at how IoT and data analytics and machine learning all come together in building solutions I ended up leading marketing for a company called 75F, which is based in the Twin Cities, and they do HVAC, heating, venting, air conditioning, and lighting, plus energy management using smart IoT-based technologies. That opened my eyes to how much of a business opportunity there is, but also the opportunity to make a bigger difference in the world on climate impact and sustainability. And also to help ultimately the people that are living in those buildings. There's a unique twist this year with COVID, but really that led me into this energy sustainability and smart building technologies role that I'm in now. So, the main orientation of our business, Minify Energy, is to look at the built environment, basically buildings, and look at minimizing the energy, assessing it, and implementing technologies that reduce energy and help sustainability. But 2020 really changed things because energy and energy costs really dropped lower in priority as COVID hit, and as we came to understand COVID better. It became clear and acknowledged that it is an airborne pathogen. Who the CDC and ASHRAE have all acknowledged it's an airborne issue. So HVAC systems in buildings can either help or hurt. They can help by bringing as much outdoor air in as possible, but most systems need to recycle indoor air, like 70, 80% of it. So that's really where we're focusing, is indoor air quality and that recycled air. How do we remove the pathogen? How do we remove COVID from that air? And we've got a variety of technologies that do that. So basically, those technologies include better filters. So, putting a MERV 17 filter or a HEPA grade filter into a system, it can handle those small particles. However, most systems can't put that level of filtering in. They don't have the air pressure to push through that kind of filter. So there's other ways that they need to address the air quality. So that HVAC system can either help improve the air quality, or it can keep recycling and make it even more dangerous. So aside from filtering, the other technologies we're deploying include something called bipolar ionization, which you put into an HVAC system and it emits positive and negative ions, millions and millions of those into the air, and they combine with particles. They combine with COVID particles and disable them so that COVID can't reproduce. It also creates a larger particle size when they're combined, so they can fall to the floor or they are caught in that filtration system easier. And another one that treats indoor air different from the bipolar ionization is UVC lighting. Ultraviolet lighting in the C wavelength category can disable coronavirus and other pathogens. It's not safe for human exposure though, so it has to be done in the venting for the HVAC system, or it's done by mobile, sometimes robotic systems that go through hospital rooms or trains when there aren't people inside. So what one piece of advice, I guess the biggest piece of advice I'd have is to be optimistic, open-minded in pursuing a vision and believing that you can get it done. That, envisioning something is the first step toward moving toward it. And there's huge potential in the marketplace to make a difference. And then I guess related to that is the relationships, make contacts, keep in contact with them, don't burn bridges. And it's amazing how your network can grow and foster your career in unknown ways.